Hi everyone! Today I have a special guest. His name is Carlos. He's a healer, spiritual channel, and a lot of more things. I wanted to bring him over so you guys can have like different references to connect with spirituality. So let's talk about, I want to know how everything started, like in your spiritual life.
When I was a kid, I never was a part of a specific group. I was always looking for something else, and I was always practically connecting with stuff that not everybody else was connecting with. Then, when I moved into the States, almost 17 years ago, obviously I found myself completely alone. I left my whole family behind. I didn't have friends. I didn't have a job. There was a moment when I lost my job, and then I decided to start meditating and praying. I was raised in a Catholic family, but we were not monks or priests or anything like that. We were just regular people who believe in the Catholic religion. And during these 8 months, I started feeling, hearing, seeing, sensing a lot of different things. In my meditation one day, it was at about 3:30 in the morning. That was the time I was always awakened to work on my meditations. After a while of doing it, one day I just heard a voice. And that voice said to me, "You're going to lose your arms." And I immediately replied and I said, "Take them. They're yours. Just let me know how I'm going to survive on this planet without my arms being this old." And this is when I was 35 years old. Immediately that voice replied to me and said, "Don't worry, you're going to start working with my arms." And at that moment, my arms were completely covered with white light. After that, that weekend, the weekend after, I went to the ocean and I was with some friends and someone was complaining about a pain on the neck. And I asked the person like for 45 minutes to let me put my hands on. And finally he agreed. And when I did it, the person immediately fell on the floor. He was asleep for 45 minutes. When he woke up, he was like, "What did you do to me? You have something in your hands. You told me you're not a massage therapist." And I said to him, "No, I am not." And he said, "You should go to a school, to a massage school." At that moment, I was receiving messages in every different way, and I was aware of the things that I was told before, or whatever I was seeing. So when he said to me, "You should go to a massage school," I heard that as a message. And I said, "Okay, I will do it." And that was on a Saturday. And Monday morning, I started looking for the different massage schools in West Palm Beach, Florida. And I found the one. And when I was allowed to work in public or with my classmates, I started receiving more information. My hearing was clearer. The things I was seeing were clearer too, or whatever I was sensing or feeling, or even knowing about the person on the table, I always expressed it to the person, and they were in shock because whatever I was telling them, no matter which way was coming the information to me, it was accurate. So I started trusting myself. I started trusting the voice who was talking to me, or the images that I was having here in my forehead, or the feelings that I was having, or the thoughts that I was having towards the person I was working on. So practically that was the beginning of my whole experience. And through the time, I ended up going to a spiritual university in Georgia, McCaysville, Georgia, here in the United States, that is called Delphi. And at Delphi, I was received like for my soul group.
Yeah.
I felt like I was home. I was in a place that I always been, but I forgot it existed. My instructors or teachers and the people that was in my class specifically, it was like a reunion with all souls, and it was beautiful. Sorry. So I finished the programs at Delphi. It took me like 4 years and a half going there every other month for a week or 10 days or something like that. I was either flying or driving. Through all that time, I started experiencing and opening up into whatever I was offered to be open. That's practically my story.
Okay, what about funny stories? Like, have you ever had fun
with my abilities?
Your ability.
I need to share with you, and I know I did it before. By the time everything was happening, I started seeing faces on the mirror when I was shaving, or when I was doing specific things in my room. And for my surprise, as soon as I got out of my house or the place where I was living, those faces that I was seeing in the mirror were the people that I had in front of me. It was the cashier I was dealing with, or the person I was asking for information at the grocery store, the drugstore, wherever I was, gas station, whatever.
But would you say that's a deja vu? Or you were like
No, it
like
was
paying
not
a
a
lot
deja
of
vu.
attention when you were receiving the images before, and then you were like
They just showed up in
Okay.
front of my eyes. And so when I was completely comfortable with that, I simply asked. And I said, okay, if I'm seeing the people before I meet them, what about if I can see people naked? I would love to see people naked. It started happening. All of a sudden, I started looking at people on the street.
Yeah, you see him here sitting all white, but like he wanted to see everyone naked.
Wherever I was always seeing people through their clothes. It doesn't matter if they were young, old. I mean, no differences. But one of the ways I got to prove myself that what I was seeing was the right thing with those people that were close to me, all of a sudden I told them, I'm seeing people naked. And
can you imagine, like,
they were like,
Carlos,
what?
you're not allowed in this house.
And I was like, yeah, you're wearing a, let's say, like, red underwear. And they immediately went like, what? Yes, you're wearing red underwear. But how you know? And I'm seeing it. And it's this brand in specific. And then they just started, and do you see through it? And I was like, yeah, I'm seeing you naked. I enjoyed that like for 3 months.
Enjoyed that. He enjoyed it. He loved it. He loved it.
Yeah, I loved it because it was cool. For me, it was cool. But then the same way it came, it just became like something regular, like having rice and beans or a regular soup. You know what I mean? It was like,
don't
okay,
do this. Don't do it.
No, if you feel like you wanna have that feeling, go ahead and ask for it.
Yeah, but like let people be private too. Like
No, I understand that, but no, that was something that I felt attracted to ask. Like Superman. He sees everything. He has X-ray eyes, and that's what I wanted to experience. And so again, the way it happened,
then you let it go.
I let it go. I just got kind of, okay, this is not interesting anymore.
Okay. It doesn't get interesting. So don't do it. I want you to tell them, if they're starting their process into spirituality, like what they should do, or
when we wake up into the spiritual realm, we start either hearing things, seeing things, feeling things, sensing things coming, or all of the above. Or sometimes we start talking in a specific way and we get like,
that didn't go through my brain.
wow, who's talking through me.
Yeah.
I have never used this kind of words, or I have never expressed myself this way.
Yeah.
So those things start happening. If any of you is going through that process, my only suggestion is take it easy. Don't be afraid. Don't think that is dark, whatever is coming to you. I have noticed also that when people start seeing things or feeling things, the first things they see or sense is scary things. Like knowing that a catastrophe is going to happen or an accident is going to happen. If that's the case, just breathe. Every different time you are facing something like that, just breathe. My start, or the way I started feeling and sensing, yes, I saw that one of my closest relatives was going to die. And I had to keep myself quiet for 3 or 4 months. I talked to that person and I let that person know what I was sensing or feeling. For my surprise, the person was completely aware of all the stuff. And I just said, just take your time to forgive yourself, forgive everybody, ask for forgiveness, and be at peace within you. And
I would say, like, not to feel with the responsibility. Like, yeah, if you get the message, maybe you do have to say it, but don't feel guilty if you don't. Because it's a process and you have to feel comfortable and you have to know the way to say it.
If by any chance you know or you see that a friend or a close relative is going to pass, my suggestion would be remain quiet. Remain quiet at the beginning. Remain quiet, because you cannot go out there telling people, you're going to die. I just have this vision. I just have this feeling. No. People will brand you as a crazy one or whatever, and you don't want to get there. Even though through your process of awakening, people will brand you. Like, this is a weird person. What's happening to Carlos? What's happening to Manuel? What's happening to Sarah? What's happening to whomever? Till the moment that you start sensing and seeing also that whatever that person is going through is changing their life. And whatever experiences they are having, they're changing the life of all of those people around them. So all of a sudden, they just go and accept it and say, you know what? I probably need to pay attention to whatever whomever is saying or feeling. Because I have already seen the changes in them. When I say changes, is all of a sudden we start vibrating in a higher way. So this physical body starts telling you, I don't want this kind of food anymore. I don't want liquor. I don't want cigarettes. I don't want pot. I don't want whatever.
Yeah.
I change part of my diet, but it's not because I wanted to become vegan or anything like that. It was as simple as my body letting me know, enough. You don't need this kind of food. You don't need this kind of meat. Let it go and try to feed yourself in a different way. And that's what I've been doing. So I learned about my body. I am always aware to whatever is happening from my toes to my head. I know if I hit myself, where. And I don't like that. I don't like hitting myself, cutting myself. No. I love my body. It doesn't matter if I have a little belly or not. I love it. The point is, we learn how to be aware of everything that is happening within and around us.
Yeah. So on the description, I'm gonna leave all Carlos' contact information, so you can talk to him through social media, and he will let you know, like, I don't know, what do you do? Tell them, what do you do? Okay,
basically here what I do is massage, but I do different healing sessions. I am allowed to do certain work through Skype, healing work. I also do readings, but this is not a psychic reading. The way we call it is soul readings. I use a different set of cards than everybody else, and I is meant to help the person to know where the person is standing emotionally, spiritually, in every different way. So I'm allowed to do that over the internet. I also can do distant healing sessions.
I guess they can also contact you if they're going through the process of like a spiritual growth and they have any question.
Of course, if you are in need of clarity or help or assistance about your spiritual life, just contact me. Send me an email telling me the story.
Yes.
Telling me the story.
Building our community.
Yes, we are here to help each other. Last thing I'm going to ask you is start either visiting or having sessions with someone who does healing, with someone who does massage. In that way, you are aware of your physicality and you start being aware of your spiritual body also, or your energetic body. And one thing for sure, don't let anybody touch you in your private parts. If you go to someone and says, you gotta get naked, and I'm gonna be working and touching you here and there, no.
That's not how it works.
That's not the way it works. It doesn't matter. Whatever they say, no, that's a no. Nobody's allowed to ask you to be naked or to touch you. So, and saying that, if I feel the need in my sessions, let's say with body present, to work on a woman breast, I just bring her hand and put it on top of the area that needs certain healing, and I work on top of that hand.
Yeah.
I never put my fingers in a private area or my hands in a private area. So be aware of that and try to
and it's on a human level and a spiritual level.
In every different way.
Because even like a spirit can do that. Don't let them don't let them touch it. Like you have to push them away.
And if you are afraid that you're gonna be contacted by dark energy or dark spirit, you have the power. Everybody has the power to say, back off.
Yeah.
Stop being next to me. I don't want you here. Get out of here now. It's not tomorrow. It's not next week. It's now. Back off. You have the power to stop whatever dark is getting close to you. And that happens sometimes because we are opening into a level that we don't know yet.
Yeah, and also if you go to a healer or a massage therapist, and if you don't feel comfortable, you can stop it like whenever you want and just leave and say like, I'm not feeling comfortable, and you go.
Yeah, that's true. So just be careful a little bit. Don't start telling everybody what you are seeing, sensing, feeling, knowing. Choose the people you're gonna talk to, and those people are gonna bring you into places or to meet other people that are either feeling, seeing, sensing, knowing the same way that you are. So we start connecting.
Yeah, the energy starts like
attracting.
Yeah.
We are energy, and we will attract those that are vibrating in our same level. We also attract the lower ones, but it doesn't mean that they're bad or we are the best. No, everybody's in a different level. Everybody has to experience something different. So there's no need to judge or to say this person is bad, that person is good, or I am better than anybody else. No, if you go through that, you will find a way to resolve it.
Yeah.
This is not an ego matter. It's not, I am here to be...
I'm the chosen one.
No. Everybody's chosen.
Yes.
Everybody's chosen.
Okay, thank you for seeing the video. Give it go to the like button if you want to see if you want me to have more guests here so you can relate to them and learn a little bit more from different people, and share with your friends and family, and see you next time. Bye.